All right, what's going on, everybody, man? It's your boy Marcus Elbow. Welcome back to Elbow Media Studios iOS music app Spotlight. Uh, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna figure that out one day. Okay. So I'm gonna tell you what's gonna be cool about this episode. I am going to talk about an app that is not new. And I know if you have been around the iOS ecosystem, you know that GarageBand has been around for a very long time. So this is nothing new, but what I wanted to do was I wanted to spotlight this app today because I feel, me personally, that GarageBand does not get the props that it is due. This application is super cool, and it's for the free. This is a DAW that is free with every iOS device you purchase, from your MacBooks to your iMacs to your iPad to your iPhone. You can have access to GarageBand for the free. Okay, so let's go ahead on and take a look at GarageBand. If you have never seen GarageBand, be ready to be surprised at how good of an app this is for the free. If you've already seen GarageBand and you've been around it, we're going to go right back to where we started from in the beginning when iOS was at its infancy and GarageBand was trying to do its thing. Apple has really came a long way with this application. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is when you boot GarageBand up, you're going to be greeted with this project kind of splash page here. You can open up a recent project, or you can open up a new project by hitting this plus over here, and that's what we're going to do. And when you start here, you have a couple of options here. You can actually pick your sound, whatever you want to do. If you want to start with a drummer, or you want to start with any type of instrument, guitar, bass, any of those things, you can get started with those right off the bat. Or you can go into the live loop section where you can start putting loops together and doing some of those cool things like you would do in an application like Groovebox or something like that. Okay, but we're not going to go there today. I will look at some of that stuff because I do think it's pretty unique and pretty cool. But we're going to look at the track view because we are looking at this as from a DAW standpoint. Okay, so let's go ahead on and start off with something simple so that we can just look at the interface real quick. I'll go ahead and start with a string. And this is another thing that I really adore about GarageBand. It makes it very simple for you to get things started very quickly. And the interface almost looks so cool that it looks a little like it's too toyish. It comes off like a toy. I mean, because you're looking at this and you're like, okay, so I could play on the screen. I'm like, wait a minute, I just want to be able to get on my keyboard and maybe start making sounds. But what's cool is this is a touch interface system. So Apple has said, you know what, we can do this without a keyboard. If you want to get started, you can get started right here. Just that easy. You can start working on a track and doing some things like that. But what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the interface because that's what we do. We learn our applications before we start messing around, because if you do not know the application, it will hinder your creativity and your possibilities of creating something great. Okay, when you first boot it up again, you're in this, you have your sound, and you have your instrument. At the top here is where you can actually pop right back into that instrument area, and you can pick another instrument. You can pick a microphone. We already kind of talked about this. You can pick a keyboard, whatever you want to do. If we just want to slap on that, now you have a traditional keyboard where you can go in and you can start playing. Okay, and the next one is going to be the actual DAW view, where you can actually see the waves and the sounds that you start to lay down. And just like we do in previous DAWs, if you hit this button here, which is the plus to your lower left, it will bring up to where you can actually add more sounds if you like. Okay, let's just add a guitar. And then when you add the guitar, as you can see here at the top, now you have 2 tracks here, okay? And you can start playing. And again, look at how awesome this looks. It literally looks like you're playing a guitar. And I think sometimes that is what either brings people into this application or sends them away, because they feel like that it's not a serious app. But I guarantee you this app is very serious, and I think that it is truly starting to take itself serious. You have applications out there like Cubase's, you have BeatMaker, you have Aria Pro, you have all these apps out here, and it seems as if no one really truly wants to use GarageBand because it's free, and they figure if it's free, it's not powerful enough. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Don't think that way, because I guarantee you everything you can do in these other applications you can do here. A lot of people say you can't use audio units. That's not true, because if I pop right back in and I go and I scroll, I can pull in an audio unit just right here. I can pull in an inner app, or I can pull just a regular audio unit. As I pop here, all my audio units pop up, and we can start bringing stuff in. Let's just say I wanted to bring in the new app segments. As soon as I pop on that, segments come in. All I have to do is go get me a sample. And as you can see, once we bring segments up, it is right here, and you got some different things that you can work with. All you have to do in order for you to be able to see the full application, all you have to do is hit these little arrows here on your right, and that will bring up the application inside of GarageBand, and you can do exactly what you've always done. You can start chopping here if you go. All right, if you want to get out of it, as you can see, we can push the double arrows here at the top, and then we can bounce back to another sound if we want to, and we can go in and out of our different sounds just like we would in any traditional DAW. And I'm gonna stop saying that because this is a DAW with no question. Okay, so and that will bring up, so if we hit this little I guess this little arrange button here, it will take us back to the track view. And also, if you want to go to the mixer, you can hit this little mixer view. It will bring up some different options for your mixer, and this is the part of the application that really kind of gets I guess a little negative vibe, because it doesn't have like the actual mixer view that some people are used to. But you know what? Hey, that's not a deal breaker. You know what I'm saying? Not for me, at least. You still have a lot of stuff that's at the ready. If you hit the mixer button, you have your track options. You can have your volume, your pan, your mute, your solo. You also can add some effects. You can use external effects like audio unit effects as well, which is pretty cool. Then you have your master effects, where you can go add you can add reverb and echo right at the ready. And if you pull on this little button here, you have a little bit more control of the volume and some things like that if you wanted to do that. Okay, and you can just slide that back, or you can slide it forward. That way you can make some quick adjustments to the volume, and you can do some mixing options there. It just doesn't have that little mixer that some people are used to. But again, to me, that's not a deal breaker. Okay, as you can see right here, you have your undo, which is very neat to have that right there ready to go. You have your transport controls here at the top. Okay, you also have your overall volume here. You have your metronome there. You tap that, you can bring that in and out. And then you also have the loop function, which is very, very cool for some novice, or even if you're a super producer and you just need to get a kit or something in, you can easily hit your loop button, go and download all the sounds that are free that comes with GarageBand. And once you download all those, you can go through here and you can actually search by genre. You can search by instrument, however you want to do it. If you hit instrument here, you can hit the search button, piano, and then hit the search, and then it will bring up all of the piano loops. And if you just hit it, right, turn it down a little bit. And let's just say you want to search by genre. You can actually go up here. You can go through hip hop, whatever you want to do. Let's just say we go through hip hop, R&B, and you type that in. Now you have some hip hop and R&B stuff that you can go through, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool, right? And if you wanted to, you can just grab this and just drag it right in. Okay, push play, and now you're starting off with a track just that quickly, just by using the loop. And if you want to go back and put in some drums or something in there, you can easily just go find some drums. Let me see here. get this tempo down a little bit. And that's going to be our little cogwheel over here. Slow it down a little bit. All right, well, you just take this kit, drag it in. See how easy that is? If you're just trying to get some ideas going, let's say if you want to adjust that volume. Just that easy. Just that quick. You can get a few things started very quickly by using the loop function. And just like we spoke of just a minute ago, you have your settings here, which is on your cogwheel. You can adjust your metronome. If you click on that, you could change how the metronome sounds whenever you're trying to record, from a wood block to a click, hi-hat, whatever you like. You can also change how loud the metronome is, your count in, things like that, which are pretty cool. You also have a tempo like we talked about before. You still can do the tap in if you want, which is very cool as well. You also have a key signature if you want to do that. Whenever you save the song, it will be in that key, or it will register as that whenever it's being analyzed by any other software. You have some fade out options, some jams, and some other things like that. You have your advance here. If you want to do some multi-track stuff, that's pretty cool when you're doing your recording. You got your 24-bit resolution. If you want to do that, you can run it in the background. You can also add a Bluetooth keyboard, which right here I have my Bluetooth keyboard here. So if I just tap on that and bring that power on and hit this button, it will connect, which is super duper cool, right? And then you also have a send MIDI clock if you want to do that, and you also have some help menus here. And now that you see I have my keyboard here, in order for you to be able to hear that, you actually have to go into the actual play mode. So if you hit your keyboard icon here, it will bring that up. And then now I could play my keyboard here inside of that track. Okay, so pretty much in a nutshell, just getting started real quick, that is how you just really truly jump inside of GarageBand and get started rocking and rolling very fast, very quick, and get this app rocking and rolling. And what I haven't showed y'all, which is crazy, let me load up one of my tracks that I have done here and let's hear it. Let me see. Okay, my last area I want to show y'all before I get out of here is the effects area. If I hit the effects button right here, now you have live effects that you could do. That's pretty cool. Man, this is pretty cool. Let me turn it up a little bit. Oh, that's cool. Got your little scratch function here. Reverse. Got your little stutter there. And of course, this is your filter. That is pretty cool, man. And with all that being said, like I just told you guys, if you wanted to, you could go in and you could add vocals inside of this app, which is very, very cool. This is a traditional DAW. So if you wanted to, you can hit this. You can bring in your vocals coming in through your audio interface, which we will talk about in the future. But you can actually put one of your regular microphones that came with your iPhone, and you can start recording vocals, doing all kind of cool things. You can add effects right here, right off the top if you wanted to, or you can just have it clean. You can change the tone. Remember, this is a full-fledged DAW, okay? It may not look super duper professional, guys, but listen, this thing is super powerful, and I'm going to be talking about this application more and more in the future as I continue to do my iOS music production beginner's guide. I'm going to help some of the novice producers work with GarageBand because it is free, and I am so excited to be able to talk about this application in super duper detail. Okay, now I didn't cover everything, but what I wanted to do was just to get you acclimated, get you reintroduced to this application if you haven't looked at it in a while and you've been messing around with some of the more, not expensive, but some of the more newer apps, and you kind of thought GarageBand was dead. GarageBand is not dead. GarageBand is here to stay. This is a very cool application. All right, man. I'll catch up with y'all in the next video. All right, one. Peace.